He went off last night, 36 points, 13 rebounds. Is it crazy to think about when the Lakers drafted this guy like 9th overall? Would have you thought this is who he would have become?
Probably not, no.
No, yeah, like you're lying if you're saying here, I've been saying since the day Los Angeles drafted him, Julius Randle is the best thing since sliced fucking bread. Okay, you're lying. You're lying if you're saying that, if you believe that. Julius Randle completely changed his game.
Yeah.
And I truly believe, first off, the New York Knicks, they got hot and then they kind of fell off the last 2 weeks. But I definitely think this is a team that can make it to at least the second round. I'm very hesitant about. I don't know if this team's a championship roster. And I think they're fine with that because I don't think they have. I think every team has championship rosters, but I think teams are realistic. And I think the Knicks are realistic that they're not a championship team yet, but they have the makings of a team potentially that could become one.
Yeah. Especially with the bench.
Yeah.
Getting traded, getting shipped out. I think they were really upset that they didn't win out on the Donovan Mitchell sweepstakes.
Well, I mean, they've now beat them 2-1, and I think they're fine with it because they didn't give up all those assets that they were being asked for. I think it's just now, with Mitchell Robinson out, it just shows how impactful Mitchell Robinson is for this team and how much of a drop-off talent there is between Jericho Sims and Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah, I mean, Jericho's nice, but he's young. Rob will be back in a couple of weeks. I mean, either way, they were still kind of maybe an above slightly 500 team. Julius Randle's having a great year. It's crazy to think. I don't know if you remember his Pelican days that well, but this man was coming off the bench for half of the season, but that was kind of his first breakout year. I just have with New York, I just don't think they have enough depth to go on a championship run. I think there's some talent there. The big thing with Randle is he shot like 20% from the field in the playoffs when they made it a couple years ago.
But it's the bench. It's inconsistent. Like a fully healthy team, your bench obviously with Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Quinn Grimes, Jalen Brunson, and RJ Barrett is your starting lineup. But then you go into the second unit, Emmanuel Quickly, solid. Isaiah Hartenstein, solid. But then it falls off. Like, are you really going to be playing Deuce McBride 20 minutes in a playoff game?
No, but I also don't think you're going to win it all with Julius Randle as your best player. So it's
I agree with that. Can you win it with?
Like,
can you win it with Julius Randle as your second?
Maybe.
Or you see as more
first. If it's LeBron, yeah. But what if it was like Lavin? No, definitely not.
What about like
Brunson's
Kawhi?
Great. Probably, actually.
I just don't know. Like, where do we place Julius Randle in the? Is he a top 25 player?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Is he closer to 25 or is he closer to 10?
10.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Oh, the defense.
Yeah, I would say he's closer to 25 in my eyes.
That just seems so disrespectful.
Yeah, because it's hard to think of 20 other players. I mean, I could easily give you 10 players in front of him.
Well, maybe I'm just thinking like he's 15. 25, 11, and 4, shooting 35% from downtown. Like, can there really be 25 players better than him? I don't think so.
There could be 10. Because he's definitely like third team All NBA again this season. The way that he's
playing. That when it's phrased like that, I like that. Yeah, okay.
Which is technically like 10 through 15, you could argue.
Yeah, okay.
It's just.
But RJ Barrett, I do think eventually RJ will get traded. RJ's a great star. He's a great piece.
I just think he's like the fourth option or third.
Yeah, he's in
third.
his 4th year now, and I think he's one of their more valuable trade assets if you're looking to find a complimentary top 15 player for Julius Randle.
Like I think RJ Barrett's a good scorer and stuff. And what I mean by a fourth option is like I see him on a championship team being the third or fourth option where you got 20-point scorers and then RJ Barrett's your like 15, 17 points per game guy.
I think he's a little bit better than that.
Well, that's on a championship team where I'm saying like you have like, for example, if you put RJ Barrett between Kyrie and Kevin Durant,
He'd still drop 20, I think.
you think he still dropped 20?
Yeah.
I think he'd be like a 17, hyper, like super efficient, like very, like really good splits. You know what I mean? Like 50% from the field, 40 because he'd have all this shot creation done for him. But I also believe that RJ Barrett's the type of guy that like could pull a Harrison Barnes and go to like go to a bad team and be their number one option and be like a 25 points per game scorer. But not but less efficient.
I think if he was going to score 25 a game, it would have happened before Brunson got there. And even with Brunson there, I mean, he's still, and it's not like a 20-point per game night is bad by any means, but he didn't take that leap that I think a lot of Knicks fans were hoping, because that would make a final a lot easier.
Was that Duke draft class underwhelming?
No, because yeah, it had Zion.
But Cam and RJ underwhelmed.
RJ's putting up 20. I don't think.
And RJ was what, like the 9th pick?
I thought he was way higher than 9. I could be wrong.
Maybe it was Cam Reddish that was 9.
Cam Reddish. The thing with Cam is he dropped 30 one game, and then the next game he dropped 3. So it's exactly like his NBA career. So I'm not surprised with Cam Reddish's career thus far at all. But I am hoping that he turns it up. Like, what if he goes to the Rockets and he's like a 20-point per game scorer?
I don't think the Rockets care for him.
Yeah.